No, don't trust me, mate. Don't trust me.
And I think Arteta's shown a bit too much loyalty to certain players. That's what we want. That's what we like to see. Team, we can do it. We can win. We can beat anyone on our day. But I think he's got to do that consistently. So it was daylight robbery.
People say, oh, come on, being harsh. Maybe it is harsh, but
It's just classic Arsenal, isn't it? Good evening, Arsenal fans. Good evening, football fans. And welcome to my new channel, the Ardent Gooners Network channel, where we're going to talk about all things Arsenal. We're going to talk about all things football, all the controversy, all the opinions, everything. We've got it here. So, first of all, my name is Adam. I've been an Arsenal fan my whole life. I'm a season ticket holder and a keen contributor to many fan channel YouTubes and podcasts. You may have seen me before, and you'll know that I'm a very passionate fan. So welcome to the channel, and we're going to be talking about a lot of different things in relation to the mighty Arsenal, a lot of different football related topics too. Strap in, get ready, and it's great to have you on board. So the first thing we're going to talk about today, unfortunately, is the loss to Aston Villa. Now, Unai Emery came back to the Emirates to haunt us, and he was successful in haunting us. And has he delivered a final good evening or possibly good night on Arsenal's title hopes this year? Now, it was a game of two halves, a very strange game in many ways. We missed so many chances, which really underlines our need to have a new striker in the team. I've said many times, Jesus and Nketiah are not the strikers you're going to win the league with. And that was unfortunately demonstrated very aptly yesterday. Trossard, who has had an amazing season, missing that chance from 3 yards out. And the game changed as well as we played in the first half. In the second half, we looked tired, we looked leggy, and we looked clueless. And Aston Villa came onto us and did it very successfully. You've got to give credit where it's due to Unai Emery and to Ollie Watkins, Leon Bailey, who scored their first goal. They were successful. They pressed us. Our midfield looked outmatched, overrun. And that's something that you wouldn't say about our midfield this season. It's been very good. We've had Declan Rice, obviously, in addition to our team. And Emery and Villa made our defensive line and our midfield look pretty poor, to be honest, which is a real concern going into a massive second leg against Bayern Munich. So a very disappointing day yesterday, and Villa, I think, may well have dented our title hopes. I think it's going to be very difficult now to turn it around. We've got 6 games, actually make that 7 games, I believe. No, it is 6 games. We've got 6 games left this season, and we're going to have to win them all. And it's going to be tough to do that. We've got to go to Spurs. We've got to go to Manchester United. We've got to play clubs who are fighting for things still, especially Spurs, who are going for Champions League. And that North London derby may well be the most important North London derby we've played in many, many years. Manchester City, you wouldn't bet against them going unbeaten for the rest of the season, would you? It would be typical of Guardiola and De Bruyne and Haaland to ensure that they win every single game from here on in. I'm going to talk a little bit about our other title challenger, Liverpool. Liverpool seem to have had their wheels fall off. Klopp and co were very poor in the Europa League, and they look like they've run out of ideas and energy. But I still think Liverpool are in it, and I still think we are too. Only one game is needed for the whole picture to change, but I think both Arsenal and Liverpool are going to have to win every single game. And in a Premier League climax where every team is fighting for different things, that is going to be very, very difficult. And I think both Arsenal and Liverpool have to recognise that we're still behind Manchester City. I think Arsenal are closer to Manchester City, despite Liverpool almost beating them at Anfield. I think we're a better side than Liverpool, and I think we're nearly there, but I think we're going to pay for not signing a striker, which is very difficult because everybody could see it in the fan community. Everybody could see that Arsenal needed a top level striker. That is something we are going to have to address next season desperately if we want to win the league. Now, we're still in the Champions League as well, and I'm going to talk about the Champions League in a separate video, so please stay tuned for that. But I think the game against Bayern Munich is now very, very key for our season. The reason I say that is because momentum in football is a massive thing, as we all know. And I think if we beat Bayern, the belief will still be there that we can do something in the league. However, we are going to need to play vastly better than we did against Aston Villa. We are going to have to play vastly better than we did against Bayern Munich in the first leg. Now, Kane and co will want to beat us almost just as badly as Unai Emery wanted to beat us at the weekend. What are we going to need to win that game? Well, we're going to have to defend properly, and we're going to have to make sure that our transitional defence to attack is flowing as well as it can do. And if we get chances, we're going to have to take them, because in the Champions League, you don't get second chances, whether it be attacking, you miss chances, you lose, and if you give chances away, you will be punished. So I think the second leg of the Champions League is going to be a very decisive game for the rest of the season. I think we can still have some hope that we can possibly turn it around. But Gooners, we are in the biggest week almost of our last 10, 20-year history. Why? Because I think that game is so crucial for our hopes moving forward for the rest of the season. In terms of a prediction, I think the Bayern game will be tight. I think it's going to possibly go to extra time and penalties. So my prediction in this video will be a 1-1 draw. I think that could well go the whole distance, but of course if we get to penalties we're having to take them at the Allianz. Now that's going to be a very tough mental challenge. So more about the Bayern game in my next video, but thank you very much for watching. I will be bringing more content out later this week, and welcome to the Ardent Gooners channel. I look forward to seeing you in future videos, and I am looking forward to producing more content as we move through this very exciting run-in still. But come on, we've got to believe, guys. We've got to believe we can still do this. Let's not throw hands yet. It's a long end to the season, and we can still possibly win the title. Let's get over the disappointment. Let's let Unai Emery have his good evening, and let's move forward to the Bayern game. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. Every subscribe would be very well welcomed, and I look forward to seeing you next time.